So hi, I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. Are you glad you're here?
I'm glad I'm here.
This is my friend Chuck. Chuck and I go way back.
We do.
Probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I just had my channel. Like it was new, right?
Yep, you were just starting to do all of your van conversion, actually to this setup.
To this setup? So that was right after my trip to Florida in my temporary build when I had the cooler up here?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, that's
correct. Okay, so that means I came back in like March, and it must have been right after that.
Yep.
There I was at the grocery store that I always go to, and I'm in the produce department, and I'm choosing my things, and this gentleman comes over and says, "Excuse me." What did you say?
I said, "Excuse me." I was like, "Is your name Lulu?" And she's like, "Yes." And I says, "I'm a subscriber in your channel." So it was so exciting. Like, I had known that she was shopping at Wegmans. I had no idea if she shopped at my store, and I happened to look up and I was like, "Is that Lulu?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, do I go over and say hi to her and bother her while she's shopping?" And it's like, I had to.
I had
So,
to, yeah. And since then, it's happened countless times where I've been somewhere, the people are like, "You don't know me, but I know you," and "Lulu, are you Lulu?" I'd be in thrift stores in Arizona, somebody comes up to me. But that was the very first time for me. And I was just like, "Oh my God, somebody in just like the next town over recognized me from my channel." And my channel was so new, and it was so cool. Yeah. It was so cool. So now, so he works there. Now, when I go there all the time, I'm always looking for Chuck.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Chuck!" And he comes out from behind the counter there and gives me a great big hello, and we talk and chat, and it's just been really, you're just wonderful.
Thank you.
You're just a wonderful man.
Thank you.
My friends know him. My van life friends know him because I tell them about Chuck, and they've been in town at my house and come to the store with me. And I'm like, he's meeting Laura. And did you meet Purple Renee?
I haven't met Purple Renee.
Oh, okay.
So I think I met Linda. She had a big white van, completely fixed up.
Marianne.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
I remember that
Marianne.
now. Yep. That was Marianne. I did
Yeah.
a van tour of hers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, every time I see Chuck, he's working, and he gets a moment to come out from behind the counter. Usually gives me a hug, says hello, and we just talk a little bit. He'll talk about like my recent videos and asking me questions and stuff. We talk about food a lot because
Yes.
you've been inspired to change your diet a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And how's that going? You're still enjoying you making the big ass salads?
Making the big ass salads for lunch, and just a lot. The food plan is much cleaner than it ever has been.
Yeah. That's good.
No cookies, crackers, or chips.
There you go.
And that alone has been like such an improvement in my life. So
that's
no
good.
Processed foods,
Yeah. Good.
So that's really helped out a lot.
Excellent.
So
I said to him one day, I was just like, "Would you like to get together? Maybe we can in Wegmans parking lot, and would you want to dance with me?" And he was like, "Okay." I wasn't sure that you'd say yes. I didn't know. I didn't know if you were shy or something. And he's like, "Sure." So we kept, I don't know. We were trying to plan it. We talked about it a few times, and it never happened. Then I was away.
Yeah.
Then I came back again. I said, "This time it's going to happen." I said, "How about if we make it on your day off? And why don't we meet somewhere, and I'll make you a big ass salad." So here we are. So we just met at this park. We're in Andover, Massachusetts.
Beautiful park.
Yeah, it's very nice. And I'm going to make our salads.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
So I usually ask people if they want the little one or the big one.
I'll take the big one, please.
I want the big one too.
I'm a big boy. I need a big salad.
Yeah, I want a big one too. All right, so let's see what I got. I got all my stuff. I got my seaweed. Do you like that?
I do.
Okay. And I got cabbage. And I got, this is a gift for you. These are chives. I just snipped them from my garden this morning.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't leave without them.
I will not.
So I got some purple onion. I found these microgreens, spicy blend microgreens.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I got some cukes. I got some carrots. I got some sweet baby lettuces. I have
Oh,
favorite
my
beets.
favorites.
Yeah. He saw me using those beets on my channel,
Yep.
avocado, and he's just like, I'm getting those beets. Oh, I think I bought you a jar, didn't I?
You did?
I did. I just remembered that.
Yeah, I was on my day off and I got a picture in my phone and it's this jar of beets and it says, some lady came in and dropped this off for you.
Oh, your coworker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So I
funny.
had to go into my hiding spot and find it.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that's good. Yeah, and you enjoyed them?
Oh my gosh, they're
Yeah,
amazing.
they're very good.
Yeah,
They
they're,
are very
they're
good.
amazing.
All right, so let's see. I need my cutting board. I need my scissors. Now I have no lights because I have no electricity. So I got the doors open, trying to get as much light.
Lighting's good though.
Lighting's
I
pretty
think
good.
so.
Yeah. Okay. So I got my scale, got my knife. I need a spoon for the avocado. Okay. So I got the 2 containers. I'll put one here.
So that's the only thing I have not started doing yet is actually weighing out the food.
Yep.
But you know how the salads come in the clamshells?
Yep.
That's usually how I build my salad.
That size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like half of it with lettuce.
Yeah.
And then kind of do olive oil, red wine vinegar, and then do some protein and then veggies.
Yeah.
Mix
Good.
it all together.
Good. Okay, so the first thing I put is the avocado. I like the avocado on the bottom.
Okay.
It's like a treasure hunt. It's like my favorite thing in the salad. Just love it. So Chuck, tell me how did you find my channel and why? Why are you watching this old lady in van life?
So I was interested in van setup. So eventually I would love to go out on the road. It'll be full time.
Yeah.
That I'll be going out on the road. And I was...
Like a retirement or to work too?
I probably would be to work because I'm too young to retire.
Yes, I didn't know if you were planning this for when you retire or you wanted to do
No.
it before you
So
retire.
I definitely want to enjoy it now.
Yeah.
And to share a little backstory with that, my dad, who was ready to retire, decided to work one more year until I finished high school because my parents were older when they had me, and he had a massive heart attack and passed away.
In his final year of work?
Yes. Yeah. And my parents had bought a beautiful fifth wheel RV. And of course, back then, I wanted to stay home and hang out with my friends and listen to music and go out and do all, young teenager stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't really appreciate the RV or the camping or, out in nature. Like I wanted to be around, my music videos and all that stuff,
Yeah.
So, he passed away and, of course, obviously, it bothered my mom really bad, bothered me really bad.
Yeah.
She had to get rid of the fifth wheel after she kept it for a couple of years. And then, a few years after that, all of a sudden she didn't seem like herself. And
Would you say a few years after?
yeah, probably 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
I guess it's more than a few years, but she ended up getting diagnosed with dementia and Alzheimer's.
Oh goodness.
And when she first got it, I remember her saying to me, she's like, she says, she always had that picture of her golden years, like what it would be like when she retired, what it would be like when my dad and her retired. Yeah. And, she said she got cheated out of that. Yeah. And it always kind of stuck in the back of my mind. And, I've always worked and had a career and had friends and just have always just kind of done my thing. And all of a sudden it's like I'm starting to get a little bit older and I'm kind of like, I really want to be able to make sure that I enjoy my years closer to retirement.
Yeah.
And maybe working isn't such a huge priority. I mean, obviously you need money.
Yeah.
You got to have money to survive, but I don't think that having like a career is like necessarily like the choice. So, which is why I'm now at Wegmans.
Yeah.
So I just kind of took a step back and just working in the produce department.
So you left kind of a more of a stressful job and you just
I
decided
was in retail management, so I was a store manager and I've been a store manager for years and I really enjoyed it, but it was stressful. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
And
even in my career, I was in management once, and I was just like, oh no, I don't want to be in charge of anything. I step back.
Yeah.
Within my field, I step back because I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be doing this.
So I kind of started putting, kind of an idea in place. It's like, oh, it would be really nice to get like a Class C RV. And then I kind of scaled that back, and I was like, oh, well, maybe like a truck camper with a, pickup truck and a truck camper.
Yep.
And I've watched some people do the car life thing, which I'm too big and not agile enough to do that. But a van, I'm like, oh, I could do a van,
Yeah.
And I started watching a couple different people, watched Bob Wells.
Yeah.
And I think your channel just happened to pop up. I was like, van setups. And you were down in Florida, and you had your bed in the back here, and you had the big counter that pulled out with your Instapot, and you would cook outside.
Oh yeah, out the back. Yeah.
And it was really cool. So that's how I originally found your channel, and then I just kind of started watching because you started talking about your food, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I was having health issues at the time, so it's kind of like you just don't realize, like, when you just eat like everybody else eats, and all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh, well, yeah, something, maybe this isn't the best thing to be doing. All this processed foods and
right.
Yep. It's just
Catches
there.
up with you.
Yeah.
So you've felt a difference in your health since you started to change the way you eat?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you just feel better.
Oh, absolutely.
That's been great.
Yeah, and lost weight and
yeah.
Yeah.
Feels great. It feels good to feel good.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it? Jeez.
Yeah. And when you do your grocery hauls, like, it inspires me to be like, oh, I should get like some shredded veggies, or I should get like the carrots. And so I'm very routine. Like, I'll find stuff that I like, and like string beans and carrots, baby carrots, that's been like my staple for like an entire year.
Yeah.
So, and but like when I see you add like Brussels sprouts and like the seaweed, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's fun to try different things too.
Yeah. Good. Even though you've been looking and thinking and checking out different kinds of rigs and stuff, you haven't pulled the plug yet.
I have not.
Yeah.
I have not. It's
because it's you need a plan. Like, if you're still working, you need kind of a bigger plan than just like. Yeah.
And it's Wegmans is a fabulous place to work.
You were going to be at Wegmans for 4 years, you said?
Yeah, I was going to be there for 4 years, and they were going to build a store closer to where I live.
Okay.
Because I travel a little bit, and that store didn't end up opening up. So, but I've stayed, and I love it, and I have a condo which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to make that decision. Like, I'd like to, but I'm still kind of working through it.
Yeah. Your vision is like you get rid of the condo and you live in a van full time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of work would you think? Like, would you want to go? Is your mom still with us?
No.
Okay.
She passed away.
Okay.
I probably would do for work, maybe like the national park, like do kind of like one of those
like campground hosts?
Yes.
Oh,
thank you,
yeah. Oh, you'd be great at that.
Yeah.
You'd be great at that because you're very friendly and you have a nice smile and very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be kind of fun. I've watched a few other YouTubers, and they kind of do that. They'll work for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And then they'll be off for like 6 months, and then they go back and do something at Christmas time. And
the people that work for Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon, or they go out and do the beet harvest. I don't know if I'll do the beet harvest.
That looks like hard work. That looks like really hard work. But they earn a lot of money in a very, very short amount of time.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yep, they do. They do definitely that.
Do you watch Adventure Van Man?
I do. Yeah, Brian.
I love him. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch him, and I watch Static Camper Van.
Yep.
So I watch Scott.
Laura loves watching Scott.
Yeah. He just got he had a ProMaster City.
Yep.
He just got a new Toyota Sienna.
Right.
So, and the Toyota Sienna popped up because that's kind of what I'm, either like a Kia Carnival or Toyota Sienna.
Yeah.
That kind of rig.
Yeah. So you're thinking a minivan for yourself? Yep.
Yeah.
After you considered all the different rigs, and you just said like a minivan is just simple.
Yeah. Well, I see myself being able to park like on.
I forgot the tomatoes.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh my God! I bought such special tomatoes for today. They were very, very special. I knew I was going to forget something.
That's okay.
Oh, no. I have to get over this. They were very special tomatoes. Okay.
But, the big thing, if you go out full time, you have to kind of decide like what type of lifestyle you're going to have when you're out on the road. Like I see you and you go out like to the beach.
Yep.
And you do like parking lot overnight.
Yep.
I see Scott who, sleeps like pretty much on the side of the road most of the time.
Right.
Like he just parks his van like it's normally parked.
He was doing that even with the one like mine, right?
Yes. Yeah. And like I definitely see myself doing that. I don't see myself like I can see myself visiting like Bureau of Land Management National Forest.
Yeah.
But I can't see myself doing that like full time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting all those things in place,
Yeah.
What I like, and obviously things will change as soon as I actually get out on the road.
Right.
I'd be like, why did I think that was going to be a good idea?
Oh yeah, that happens to all of us. You don't know until you're doing it. You have all these tweaks that I just got finished doing.
Yeah.
I won't know that they're spot on until I'm out there.
Right.
Because those tweaks might need some tweaks.
Right.
But you'd have to do a lot of downsizing.
Yes, a lot of downsizing. I met Laura. You brought her in, and I got to meet her.
Oh, at Wegmans, yeah.
Yes, and it was really great to meet her. She gave me some fantastic advice. So I sit in my condo at night, and I look around my place, and I can actually get rid of like almost 90% of my items, like because it's all stuff that I've bought. It's just stuff that I bought. It's just stuff.
Just stuff.
It's just stuff. I mean, there's a few things that, that's kind of cute. I'd like to take it with me or whatever. It's just stuff. Yeah. But there's some things that had belonged to my mom, and like specifically remember like when she was still well, like she gave me these beautiful dishes that she had, and she's like, I want you to have these dishes, and she says, I know you'll take care of them and you'll enjoy them, which I do. They're beautiful. I have them in a hutch that actually had belonged to a roommate of mine, and when we ended up separating and kind of went our separate ways, he said to me, he said, I'd like to give you my mom's hutch. He says, because he says the dishes that your mom has look really nice in them, and he says, I know you'll take care of it. Well, don't you know, he's passed away.
He did?
He passed away.
Goodness. And
I have this hutch now that it's like a memory.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And it's just kind of like, I always remember him saying that you'll take care of the hutch.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love it. It's really nice. It was a really nice thing that he did.
Can you use it in your van build?
I might be able to, actually.
How cool would that be?
I might be able to do that.
If it's too tall, you could cut it. Some of them would just have the bottom and a top piece.
It is, because it has like the glass top, and then the bottom has the drawers.
Use the bottom. Use the bottom part.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I love it.
But so I met Laura at the store, and she has such a simple. If you've watched LULU'S videos, she did a van tour. Like her van tour is like pretty much how I would like to have my van set up. It's like very simple, just nice and open and clean.
Space. Yeah, she needs space. That's what she has that a lot of people in minivans don't have.
Yeah.
Is just space.
Yeah.
She can just spread out, but you can't have space and stuff.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when I got to meet her, I was like, hey, I said, I saw your video. I said, I love how your van's set up. And so if you're watching this, Laura, I loved how your van was set up. And she told me, she's like, she says, I had asked her, I said, what do you do with like stuff that really means something to you? Like, like you don't have a ton of stuff in your van. Like, what do you do with all your stuff? You have like a storage unit somewhere? And she's like, no, you have to make that decision to get rid of the belongings. It's not an easy decision, but she says you have to decide you're either taking it with you or you're getting rid of it or you're paying a storage fee for it.
Right.
So I thought about it, and then it wasn't long after that a buddy of mine literally said the same thing to me. He said, he says, all these things that are important to you, he says, they're like a catalyst for memories. He says, the dishes are very important to you because he says, you remember they belonged to your mom and she gave them to you when she was still somewhat well. And same with the hutch. And it's so true. It's so true how like I can get rid of everything I own. I can get rid of all of it. But the hutch and the dishes, they need to come with me.
Could you keep like 2 dishes and donate the rest of them? Or do you need to have do you think you need to have the whole set?
It's a unique set.
Yeah.
It's a unique set. Like each piece has a different fruit pattern on it. It's from Bavaria, Germany.
Oh.
They're beautiful.
Oh.
I don't know how well they would look displayed in a van. I don't know.
And if they're going to survive.
If they're going to survive.
If they're going to survive the road trip.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Wow.
It's just something you got to work through. You just got to work through it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people with the memories, they say, just take pictures of things and then get rid of it.
Yeah.
Unless you really see yourself having these dishes for the rest of your life, you can just take pictures of things.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. You like salt and pepper?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I want those tomatoes. I'm really upset. I knew I was like, I really think I got everything. I just didn't look in the cupboard where the tomatoes were. Oh well. Okay, so I got some cooked Japanese white sweet potatoes that I roasted in the oven. And
have you been to the store lately? Have you got the potatoes at the store?
Yes.
Did you see the size of them?
They're huge.
They come in their own little box, basically, at work.
They're massive.
Guys, they're like this big. They look like a football. I walked by the table and I looked and I was like, I should get one of those for Lulu. I said, what would she do with a potato that big? Oh, she'd eat it, but.
I'd eat it. You know I would. I gravitate towards the smaller ones. I get like a bunch of little ones.
Yeah, they're easy just to handle.
Yeah, and I also like when they're all about the same size because then they cook the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're still in the dreaming and scheming stage.
Yes.
I get it. And it's kind of a fun place to be.
Yeah.
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 Like, you don't fight it. You just don't wish for anything other than what you're doing today because life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good just as it is, and then you just got these dreams, and it's fun to dream. It's fun to dream.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah. And just keep watching the videos. That's all I did. Bob Wells. I was obsessed with Bob Wells. Just watched all his videos all the time.
Yeah, he does a lot of like he just did the recent one with like the different portable toilets.
Yeah.
Which is really good. He does all the different Blue Eddy,
yep.
all the different power station reviews, which are really amazing.
Yep.
He's done the refrigerator reviews.
Yep. Yeah, he does a lot of reviews on things.
So, which that's very helpful for people, It's,
oh yeah. So I have ribeye steak and chicken. Do you want a little bit of each?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, it's got that seasoning that I got at the natural food store.
Oh, the health food, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And it's delicious.
I use that seasoning on a pot roast.
Yeah.
Put it in a crock pot. A little bit of diced tomatoes.
Yeah.
Cooked it overnight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did it come out amazing.
Really?
Amazing.
Yeah, I really like this blend.
Yeah.
Oil.
That's probably one of the best things I started doing was adding some extra virgin olive oil, and I used the organic red wine vinegar from Wegmans.
Yeah.
I do that. And oh my God, it's so good.
So other than not having the tomatoes, yeah, I gotta stop talking about that. Very disappointed. I was just like, I saw these tomatoes, I was like, oh, I'm getting these. These will be extra special. I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon on it. On these
And what kind of tomatoes were they?
They were like they came on this little cardboard plate, like about this big, and there were like maybe 8 of them, and they were like a little bit bigger than cherry. They were organic, and they were just on this little vine. They were just like, I was like, oh, these are good. And they were ruby red.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm getting for me and Chuck. And they're home in my cabinet.
Salads look delicious.
Yeah. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, we are ready. Nice.